Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Caitlin. So today I'm gonna be doing an about me video. So I was born on June 13th, 2002. I was tiny, and then at 3 months, I unfortunately had to have open heart surgery because I was born with an atrial ventricular septal defect with mitral valve regurgitation, meaning I had a valve that was missing and my heart was leaking and I had 3 holes in my heart. So they had to take some skin from, I think, my thigh when I was a baby and patch the holes, and they had to make a valve with what they had at the hospital. My parents thought that I would not make it. And a couple years later, in 2006, I was about 4 years old. And I was about to start kindergarten. I was diagnosed with neurofibromatosis, which causes tumors to develop on the inside of your body, with me. I have tumors pretty much everywhere. Have them on the back of my leg. Have one up here. I have a brain tumor, which caused me to lose my vision very, very quickly in 2nd grade. And in kindergarten, I had to go through chemo to shrink the tumor just a little bit. And I was hospitalized constantly because of staph infections. And during that time, I was getting babysat by, sorry if you can hear my dog. I was getting babysat by my grandpa, Nana Bell, and Papa Gene. Papa Gene was raking outside. He came in for a few minutes, say bye to me and to my mom. He went back outside and continued raking because he had to have a break. And we were just fixing to leave, and he had a heart attack. And the hill that he was raking, it seemed pretty steep for a little girl, like a 4-year-old or a 3-year-old, but it wasn't really that tall. I mean, it was fun to slide down during the winter and all that, but he had a heart attack and he died in 2007. And during that time, I believe that we had recently lost my grandma Baldyhead, who died in a car accident. The seatbelt tore through her chest, and she died at the hospital. Her friend died on scene. I was too young to remember it, but yeah, we were getting ready to go to Disney World. And we were going to cancel and go a different week. But my grandpa Baldyhead actually told my dad that he is to take me and my brother and my mom to Disney World and let me have some fun, because they were told by the doctors that I may not have long to live. And Disney pretty much paid for everything. There's someone that works there that my mom knows. Pretty much everything was paid for. All we had to do was have money for souvenirs and all that. And so we went on vacation, and I got to visit the boutique, the Cinderella boutique. And I got to dress up as Cinderella, and when I was doing this, I was so little, and my arms literally were like that big. You could almost see my bone. I was that sick. I felt as if this was my first family vacation and my last family vacation. So, fast forward a couple years later, we lost my grandpa, Baldy Head. He pretty much just said, let me die. He didn't want to deal with it anymore. He was so tired. I wasn't there when he died. I was at my dad's house. My grandpa was actually in the hospital just before his funeral. They allowed him to go home. He was well enough to go home, thankfully. No one wants to miss their father's funeral, because that was his dad. So, from that time, in 2016, Papa Carey died. It was June 17th when he went to the hospital, or June 15th. It was 15th. And he died on the 24th. They had him on a ventilator for about a week and a half. 1 week's usually the limit, but they were crossing their fingers, hoping that he would make progress, because anytime that he was in the ICU and he was in that state, he would be up and talking the next day, drinking coffee, and they would be able to move him up to the 3rd floor to keep monitoring him. But no, that wasn't going to happen for us. My last text from him was actually, have fun tomorrow, because I seen him on June 12th. So, it was really stressful. I got to hold his hand. I got to get a picture with his hand. And it was very special. He had his right lung removed when I was born. And we always compared scars, because his scar was like right, it was lower to where the lungs are, but it was about the same area. So I had, in 2013, I had another surgery to fix the leak again, and ever since I've been doing great. A month after my heart surgery, I went to my heart doctor, and he took one listen to my heart, and he straight up said, see you in a year. And it was usually 6 months before that. And funny thing is, they always told my parents, she won't live to age 4. When I made it to 4. She won't live to age 5 or 10, I mean. Did that. I made it to 10. Had my surgery at 10. And then they just stopped. They just stopped it with it. I'm like, you gotta keep your mouth shut, because if you say that I'm not gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. I mean, being stuck in the hospital was like a second home to us, and all the nurses were great, although they did torture me. They didn't really torture me, they just like bugged me in the middle of the night. That's why I firmly said, if you're gonna take my blood pressure, take it on my leg. It's not like you have to have a perfect blood pressure to show the doctor. My blood pressure's always been high. That's why I take a medicine that I'm not prescribed anymore. But I used to take a medicine because it made my blood pressure worse when it was supposed to, like, bring it down a little bit. But, another thing is that I have a boyfriend, of course. We've been dating since 2013, 2014. And it took me about a year just to tell him about my issues. And about a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, I was getting ready for school. And I was getting ready to put my shirt on for school and all that. And all of a sudden, I had this streak of pain up my back and then back down. And I just couldn't get up. My back was in so much pain, and I didn't know why. My mom called the school and told them that I'm not coming in. I don't feel well. My back hurts. All that, so I went back to sleep. Couldn't really go back to sleep because I was still in pain. My mom called the doctor, my pediatrician, and he ordered an MRI. And I think they did the MRI at the same time that they did my brain MRI. And sure enough, I have tumors on both sides of my spine, up and down. Yeah, I still have back pain, but it's subsided just a little bit. And, there hasn't been any change with the brain tumor recently, thankfully, and my vision hasn't changed. And, yeah, I just don't really, I am graduating soon, hopefully, if I pass my 2 online classes, because that's more important. I'm actually a Watervliet Panther. I've been that for a long time. As you can see, I'm wearing maroon. So yeah, that's my video. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, or subscribe and like this video. Bye.